Hey, good morning, guys. This is Pushpak Raj, and today's topic is on how to explain the project in front of the interviewer. When interviewer asks you, tell me about your project. So let's see, guys. So today's we are giving an example of banking domain project, and the module name is the fund transfer module. Okay. So the we will see the project overview. So the project name is the online banking system. Domain name is banking domain. Module fund transfer modules, NEFT, IMPS, UPI. Okay, and objective test secure and smooth fund transfer via APIs. Okay, this is the overview of the project. Firstly, you have to explain in front of the interviewer. Okay, then move on the second PPT like key module. In the key modules, what are the key features? Is like login authentications, account balance check, fund transfers using NEFT, IMPS, and UPI, transaction status, and transaction history. Okay, these are the key points of your project. Okay, so you have to tell that also. Then move on. The next one is like API workflow. How was the workflow of your application? So here workflow is like user is login, check account balance, then initiate the fund transfers, confirm transaction status, and view the transaction history. Okay, this is the workflow of the applications. Okay, then move on the next, that is the test scenarios. What are the scenarios? Like valid login, then invalid IPSC account, insufficient balance, duplicate transfer, response time, session token, OTP. Okay, so what is the valid login? Is like it is a kind of API testing. Okay, so you have giving the input to the system and checking the output to the system. So that is known as a validation. We can call as to check that. Suppose if you want to login the particular banking domain applications for transferring the funds, so for that purpose what you have to do, you have to log into the particular applications. For that purpose you can enter your login ID, your password, then you are getting the OTP on your registered mobile number. That OTP you can enter in the OTP field and say, click on the login button, so you have enter the login page. So here what we have to check to validate that when you are entering that things, so that time you are getting that 200. Okay, is like your functionality is working fine, or the valid user can log in. So we have checked the validations. Okay, so according to that we are performing the testing in the real time. Okay, and the tools used for whatever the module banking domain application you are working, and what are the tools you guys are used for the organizations is like Postman tool. Postman tool is used for API testing, Trigger API documentation, JIRA is used for bug tracking. Okay, and Excel test trail test case management. Okay, so JIRA, we are all aware about that. JIRA is using for bug tracking. So how the JIRA is used? When you are start testing the functionality of the application and you find any bug, so how you can what you can do it, you can take a screenshot of that particular bug, or you can note down that step, what are the step to be follow, and after following such a kind of step, and you can find that bug. So with the help of step you can attach the screenshot, so that the developer will be easily track the bug and they can resolve that bug. After the developer resolve that bug, as a tester, whatever duty we have to retest that bug, whatever the bug we have raised, and developer can fix properly or not, that we have to performing the retesting or regression testing also with that. Okay, then according to that you can fix the bug. Then move on the next test case is like sorry, move on the next slide is like my role as a tester. Okay, so also you have to explain what is the role of your in your organization. Like my role is as a tester, I test all API manually using Postman. Okay, and I verified the request, response, status code, error message, and perform the regression testing after every build. Okay, how you explain that? Like, sir, I am working as a tester here, and my role is, if you are performing the API testing, then you can explain that point, otherwise you can skip that point. You just tell us that I am working as a functional tester. I'll check the functionality of the applications according to the requirements, whatever the documents I have got, according to that I'll check the expected output, and I am performing the testing on the applications and check. So when I am performing the testing and I am create the scenarios and enter that data and check that the expected output I get it or not, and I'll compare that output with the expected result. If the expected and actual result match, then the functionality is working fine. If the expected and actual not match, then there is a issue in the functionality. We can raise, in that case we can raise the bug by using defect tracking tool JIRA, as we already explain that slide. Okay, so according to that you can explain that point to the interview. Okay, last one is a summary and tips. It is the last one is like keep the workflow clear, focus on the positive and negative scenarios, mention the tools you contributions, be confident and structured in delivery. Okay, these are the simple points. When you are going to the interviewer, be confident. Be confidence will build depend on your practice, guys. We are regularly do the practice of the interviews, and it is not a big task and not a rocket science to not crack the interview, so don't worry. And thank you for watching the videos, guys. And for such a kind of videos, you can subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon, so you will getting the notification of upcoming. I'll create the multiple modules project in this channel, YouTube channel, so you will getting the notification of each and every. So for that purpose, what you have to do, you have to just hit the bell icon and subscribe the channels. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching the videos. Have a great day.